Hey guys, welcome to a tropical weather update on Typhoon Goni. Goni is passing over the Philippines as a Category 4, how we would measure it, a 130 mile per hour Category 4, how we would measure it in the Eastern Pacific and the North Atlantic Ocean. But the way they measure it in the West Pacific is, so they got tropical depression, tropical storm, and a typhoon and super typhoon. To be a super typhoon, it has to exceed winds of 150 miles per hour, so it is a typhoon right now. So, it is a typhoon, and it's passing over the Philippines. But earlier, it was a super typhoon, a very, very, very strong one. Some people say, including the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, they say that it beat Haiyan's record for strongest landfalling system ever. So Joint Typhoon Warning Center said that it was a 195 mile per hour storm at landfall, and it had a minimum central pressure of 884 millibars. I would not doubt that. If it verified like that, that would mean it beat Haiyan's record by 5 miles per hour, and it is the strongest landfalling system of all time. So yeah, that's what happened. We don't have any video footage of it making its strongest landfall at its peak intensity, but what we do have video footage of is it making its second landfall. So here's that video footage. The crazy thing about that footage is that's not even the typhoon at its peak intensity. The typhoon at its peak intensity made landfall in an entire another area of the country about an hour or two earlier before that. So that's pretty insane. You saw how strong that was. That was probably the strength of Hurricane Laura, maybe even Hurricane Michael. So yeah, that's very insane how that wasn't even the peak intensity. So, we have no footage of the peak intensity. The peak intensity made landfall. It made landfall at its peak intensity. Sorry about that. It made landfall at its peak intensity at the nighttime, about 5 a.m. for them, so their sun was not up. And if anybody recorded it, it probably won't be uploaded for weeks and weeks because nobody will have mobile data if they even have a mobile phone because this is a poor part of the country. People probably didn't even record it because they were so horrified of the storm, obviously. No one has probably ever been through a storm this intense before. So, yeah, a very, very small amount of population has been through a storm this intense, if anybody has. So, yeah. That is all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next update. And yeah, goodbye. And pray for the Philippines.